Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you were unable to join us today for the Google meeting that we had to discuss and to select your courses for next year, it's not a problem. I'm going to go through that now with you. What you are going to need to do, it says course selection for next year, and you'll notice it says 8th grade course selection, Abbott application, and the 21-22 junior high course description handbook. We're going to start with the 8th grade course selection. We're going to go ahead and open that, and it's going to bring you to this. I want you to go ahead and click on the gray bar up here, and when you do, it's going to bring you to this. And all we did was we popped it out. The next thing I want you to do is come back over here. I want you to click next, and then I want you to click next again. This is going to bring you to the junior high handbook for the course description, and you're going to go to page 35. This is where 8th grade starts, and that way as we're going through looking at stuff, you'll be able to read about the different courses because we do have actual course descriptions. Okay? So let's go back over here to our Google form. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to put in your student ID number, and then you're going to put in your first name and your last name. Now, what you are going to do is you are going to choose what class period and who your current Texas history teacher is. And then click next. The first thing that comes up is your general core required courses. There are 4 of them. These are the 4 courses that you will take every year from now until you graduate high school, and that is English, Math, Science, and History, which is Social Studies. Now, with Math, starting in 8th grade, you have the opportunity to take a high school class, and that is the Algebra class. I am going to say this, and I want you to please make sure you understand. If you are in general, regular, academic 7th grade math this year, I do not advise you to take Algebra 1 because this is an advanced algebra class. It goes faster than the regular algebra class does in 9th grade. They start at a different point in the book, and they go further than the regular Algebra 1 does in high school. If you are not a strong A-B student in advanced math, I do not advise you to take algebra in 8th grade. I advise you to hold off. Because it is a high school class, it does affect your high school GPA, which affects your high school class rank, and can affect what scholarships you get and what colleges you will end up being eligible to go to. So I want you to think about it before you actually make that choice. Okay? The rest of them, you can choose either your regular academic on-level classes, or you can take the advanced for those classes, and they are still advanced grade level classes. Algebra is the only difference. So I want you to go ahead and choose what it is you want to take, and then I want you to click next. Now we have come to our elective classes. Now we have our four regular classes that we have to take, and that leaves us with 3 more. what I need you to understand is there is some changes going for 8th grade. One is that you do not have to take athletics or PE. If you want to participate in the sports but you do not want to take the class, that is fine. You only have to have 1 year of PE in junior high. You could still participate in the sports by just showing up to practice after school. You know, this year in 7th grade your practices were before school, in 8th grade they're after school. If you choose to have the athletics class, that is always the last class of the day, and they do conditioning before before practice starts after school. The second thing is there is a required class called CTHEI. It is a computer-based class, and it's career investigations and different pathways on what you want to take in high school and college. It is a required course for the state of Texas, so that takes up one of those 3 classes. So now we're down to 2. If you want to choose athletics as an elective, you can. It's right there. There are some classes that are considered high school classes and will get you high school credit. Those are Spanish 1, Spanish 2, Advanced Spanish, and Gateway to Technology. Gateway to Technology is a pre-engineering class. It's very hands-on. It is very heavy in math and science. So if you struggle in math and science, you might want to think about this. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying don't. I'm saying think about it. Okay? If you choose orchestra, you have to have already been in orchestra. You can't just start. If you plan on being in band in high school, you must take band by 8th grade, meaning if you're not taking it this year, you need to start it next year. They do not have a beginner's band in high school. So if you want to be in band in high school, make sure you choose that. So what you are going to do is you are going to choose the elective class that you want most. This is the class that you absolutely, above all else, have to have. So you're going to choose whichever one you want. And then you're going to choose the one that you really want, but it's your number 2 choice. And then your backup class is a class that if you have to take it, you will, but it's not one of your favorite choices. And then your second backup class. Now, tennis at Bowie is a 7:30 a.m. class at Bowie High School. Your parents are required or are responsible for getting you to Bowie. They do take attendance, and it is submitted, and it does show up on your attendance sheet, and it is part of the state attendance. We do have a bus that will get you from Bowie to Barnett, so they don't have to worry about getting you over here after tennis practice. Okay? Avid has a application process that is required, and I have the application in here as well. Let me go back over here. I'll show you in a minute. Once you finish choosing your 4, you're going to go ahead and hit submit. Now, for any of the classes you're not sure about, like I said, we have this right here. This is the course description handbook, and it shows you which ones are available and which ones are required. And you'll notice it says 1 unit of English, 1 unit of math, 1 unit of science, 1 unit of history, 1/2 or 1 unit of physical education if you haven't already taken it, and 1 unit of CTHEI. Now, the classes that we do not have on our campus is Latin, German, French, speech. Those classes are not offered on our campus. We do have, oh, and Introduction to Careers, sorry. We do have Spanish 1, vocal music, that's choir, orchestra, band, art, and that does include an advanced art. If you're in art this year and you want to take art next year, there is an advanced art class. Same thing for theater. Same thing for choir. They will choose which choir you need to be in. Same thing for band. If you're in band this year, they will choose which advanced band you will go in next year. Technology, athletics, and reading. Reading is the Read 180 class. If you do not do well on your CAs and your STAR test and things like that, they may take one of your electives and put you in Read 180. This is to get you ready for your English STAR test for 8th grade. Okay? And you'll notice down here it says 1 full year of PE must be taken during 7th or 8th grade. All ESL students must be scheduled with an ESL teacher who is ESL certified. All of our core teachers are ESL certified, so that's it doesn't matter this year. And then 1 full year of fine arts must be taken during 7th or 8th grade. Your fine arts are vocal music, which is choir, orchestra, band, art, and theater. Those are the fine arts. Okay? Now, if you choose AVID, like I said, there is a application that you have to do. And if you click back one from here, it takes you to the AVID application. And this, just like the other one we did, this is you fill it out, and at the very end of it, let's go all the way to the end, you hit submit. You must fill out every question in order to be considered, okay? If you have any questions, please reach out to me. The due date for this is March 12, which is the Friday we leave for spring break. Okay? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day.